And today, we celebrate the image. Greetings, I'm Rodger Newbold. I'm the host of the Experience Photography's video podcast, episode presentation number 65. And welcome to Studio One North. I want to make a comment right now and thank you all for your participation, for your help, for your patronage, for watching our videos and participating with us. Yesterday, on the 1st of March, we celebrated our third anniversary since we started this vlog, and we're excited to continue to do this and to continue to teach and help with the photography. Now, let me introduce to you my great friend, my business partner, a splendid photographer on his own, and, editor for this episode, Mr. Matt Rich. My friend, what are we doing to build a better photo mojo today?
I'm getting my mojo, Rodger. I'm getting my mojo back.
Excellent. That's good. In our last episode, we touched upon old gear acquisition syndrome, getting some gas. And we discovered that photography quality is not fully linked directly to different equipment in creating better images. The tools are certainly generate images more swiftly and perhaps with less intervening steps or effort, but they're not super measurably different or better in quality. We also outlined several steps that we thought we could all use to gain a higher aerial view to evaluate work. All seeing from a different viewpoint the work being done currently. A taller platform that could help us see our way to becoming image makers rather than just simply picture takers. Today, let's celebrate the image rather than equipment or mechanics. How to become compelling because you want to make stronger images. Old Abraham Lincoln said, folks are usually about as happy as they want to be. Conversely, I believe people make images as good as they want to. So why do so many images simply fall short and lay on the floor and die? Please think about that for a moment. Jay Maisel encouraged us. If we wanted to make more interesting photographs, go stand in front of more interesting things. Well, that's good. But that sort of links back to this, to saying, just find better subject matter. If 1,000 spectators were all stood in front of the Great Pyramids, how many great shots would we see? I think, let's look at a few. Shot number 1, 2, come on, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay, here's some. There's a batch of good-looking photographs of the pyramids. With a subject being equal, we could find many variations on a theme. So, what does it make the difference between and wow? Think for a second. I'll wait. Take a look at old Mr. Mediocrities. What takes a snapshot from a bunch of bumps and lumps seen in scene number 1 to something far more expressive? Well, one thing I can echo is Lincoln's words when he stated, "Be sure to put your feet in the right place and then stand firm." Of course, he was talking about a political point of view. I'm talking about a photographic point of view. And not so much the point of view of going to the pyramids, but what do you want to say? Lincoln followed up with, "Whatever you are, be a good one." I don't think it's too far out of line to say, put more of yourself into the effort. It's indeed you, your desired amount of effort. Are you determined to stop, think, ponder, and really wonder what I can do to make this photograph more outstanding? Well, old Aristotle, that's going back a mile. He said, quality is not an act, it's a habit. Now, I love that. Do you mark quality as one of your habits? Or is leaving all the surrounding detritus in a picture satisfactory to you? I look at that, and then some people call it, oh, they're just too lazy to go clean up a situation or look, or they procrastinate and they don't want to get involved. And actually, the whole thing is fear. You know, I've spent ample time with Julia Cameron's books, and they are terrific. Her words, and along with my sufficient therapy and time to know when I'm afraid to move forward. What if I do my best and nobody likes it? Ooh, that's a fear. First of all, let me ask, was it your best? How much determination really went into your creative considerations? Walking down the road, happy snappy? Or did you stop, pause, think? Now, there's time for both. But most people don't stop and think. Do you circumnavigate your subject? Did you see it for what it is? And then look at it to see what else it could become? Did you anticipate what wizardly difference another focal length would have to say about the matter? Could changing from to a higher or lower point of view be of help? Did you even try them? Hey, man, they're free, you know. You can go up and down. You can look back and forth. It's free. Try something new. Shutter speed, f-stop, time of day. Were they all part of your deliberations? What is it going to look like at sunset? What's it going to look like dark and under artificial light? What's it going to look like in the morning? Is it going to be different? Are there cars in the way? Are there trees in the way? Are there clouds in the way? What's in the way? Is there crap in the way? You get my point? If you did your best, then that's it. It's the best. Now, if others feel you came up short, that's their damn problem. Probably, if you can endure the learning experience, a good thing to do is ask them for advice. If they complain, ask them, well, what would you do different? It's a simple question, and they should have an answer if they're complaining. See what they have to say. Please, the worst thing is just don't sputter, tip over, and give up. Set your jaw and move forward with absolute immense resolve. Fear, after all, is just another 4-letter word designed for intimidation. Pull up your big kid pants, as Alfred Lord Tennyson would command, roar into the valley with a noble 600. Keep your work moving. Just keep shooting, looking, studying, revolving around the subject. Find out, think about, start to try to make a different way and expand your method of seeing. The best thing I can say about my career, and I'm not kidding you, is that I was overlooked long before anyone even knew who I was. He's a nobody. Yeah, who cares? I didn't have anything to prove to anyone else. There was no internet when I came aboard. Nothing to herald, here's another wannabe with a camera. I just read. I photographed. I kept making photographs. Yeah, made a lot of errors. And that's why we're here, to help you bypass those things. I struggled and I persevered for years before anybody saw any of my images. I was lucky. Today, you gotta be before you are. It's not fair. Apprentices don't have time to sufficiently armor plate themselves before the pot shots from the audience begins. Bluntly, I believe one should concoct the time to learn, analyze, and conclude how others fabricate pictures. Look at what they've done without homework. How can anybody else make images in their own unique manner? How can one generate a more personal composition if they're unaware of the past and that they're totally unprepared to make a leap into new images? Mercifully, I love the alone time. It's a good time to study. I get a lot back in my own soul searching that I'm doing. Some years back, I had a dilemma. I had some real weighty matters on my mind. And it hurts. It hurts when you don't know quite what to do and you've got some serious thinking going on. So, I called a friend, a really good friend of mine. He said, well, tell me what's going on. And after about 30 minutes of me yabbering on, he said, well, I think you figured it out. Carry on, and hung up. Huh? Hello? Hello? You still there? You got to find your trusted muse and unravel your knots. It's not as easy as it sounds. Meeting and conquering your challenge is what gives your work substance and meaning. Fortuitously, perseverance has nothing to do with the hardware. It doesn't care if you're using a box brownie or a Nikon Z9 brand new. At times, at various times in life, at different times of the year, at different moods, and even through different light, good photographs offer a different experience. Brooks Jensen from Lensort magazine said that. And this is what perseverance is all about. It's a challenge of time, about maturing and gaining the ability, oh boy, gaining the ability to appreciate the same thing in a very new way. As we grow and change, and we do, daily, we're changing all the time. Today, you're supposed to get it. I mean, absolutely immediately. And then turn the page and rush on. Too much of what we see has become disposable within 30 seconds or probably less in this life cycle. Few want a long-term investment. However, an asset is what a good photograph becomes. A great photograph slowly unfolds itself, much like a flower. Peacefulness, patience, time, they're all hallmarks of a good piece of art. Don't look how far you have to go. When you look at a good photograph, enjoy how much progress you have made. Crap, even Dorothy learned from Glenda on her trip to Oz. You always have the power to go back home. You just have to learn it for yourself. It's all about learning. One reason people resist change is that they focus on what they have to give up. Oh, I'd have to do this. And I hear the whine, I hear the crying, I hear the early alarm clock, I hear my pack's too heavy, my tripod's too big, my feet are too small. I don't know. There's always a myriad of things. But they always look at the negative and what they have to give up, instead of looking to what they have to gain. This is looking backwards. It's counterproductive in every single sense of the word. In a few more years, when I hit 80, I want people to say, no, I want people not to say, oh, what a nice old man. I want them to wonder, what the heck is he up to now? One day things come together. It clicks. You can realize what's important and what isn't. But you got to get your heart into it. You've got to look for these things. You've got to be trying. You learn to care about less about what other people think of you and more about what you think of yourself. You realize how far you've come, and you remember when you thought things were such a big mess in your life as a teenager. Oh, things are all, oh, and I'm growing up, and oh, I got a job, and I got kids, and I got blah, 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 blah. It's such a mess. You think about it, you smile. You smile because you're proud of yourself and the person you fought so hard to become. If life provides, and you're lucky enough to get a second chance, don't waste it. Our friends, I implore you to join with us. Pass the torch, subscribe, ring the bell. Hey, give us a giant thumbs up. Tune in, read these, listen twice a month. You know, we've done 65, counting this one today. Over the past 3 years, you know, that turns out we've done a vlog every 3.2 weeks. We've tried to keep new information out there. We've tried to give you another handhold, a foothold, a place to go, somewhere to look, something to build within yourself. We have tried other suggestions, and we hope that it will help you not only to change your life, but also to change your heart. We anticipate that if you place yourself in a passionate, creative mode, you will, in fact, capture cracking great images all the time. But you have to think. You have to ponder. You have to put yourself there. Never let success get to your head. And never let failure get to your heart. You keep on into the valley with the light brigade. Seek the impossible, our friends, and you'll never be disappointed. Matt and I salute you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for helping build value into our channel. I am so excited to be here and participate. So until we meet here again, a tip of my hat to you, my friends. I hope you have a good day. Cheerio.